Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Urbek City Builder. I have a confession to make, and it's kind of an important one. It's kind of a big deal. Look, I'm gonna just be honest with you. I'm gonna come clean. I'm recording this episode right after the last one, so I haven't actually had an opportunity to sit down and read the comments on the previous episode because it's not even been edited yet. I just got done exporting the files, and I wanted to keep playing. So when I said in the last episode that we would be naming the city or the village or whatever it is after, one of your comments, that's still true. That's still going to happen. It's just probably going to be not after, but it's in the next episode, most likely, when that'll happen. If not that, it'll happen eventually, is what I'm getting at. I'm enjoying the game. I want to keep playing it. I'm sorry. I don't know what you want from me here. It's one of those things. This is being a YouTuber, right? You'll sit down and be like, I want feedback on this. And then you're like, but I'm really enjoying the game. I don't want to stop playing it. So it's like, it's a toss-up is what it is. Anyway, that's besides the point. I'm rambling a little bit. We have some things that we need to do today. We need to keep following through this tutorial. We need to keep working on the little village. And we're going to be starting by checking out what we need to do to get wealthy village houses from village houses, which are these guys right here. So what we need to do is right-click on a village house, and we need to look at the wealthy village house. Now, to upgrade this, we need a food service in radius, and we need one or more leisure in radius as well. So essentially, what we need to be doing is going in, and we need to get ourselves or get our hands on one of these guys, a mini market or a local market. Now, a local market needs to have farms within its radius. Now, fortunately, we could build some local markets up here, which might not be a terrible idea. I'm just not too sure that that's what I want to do. They do provide one food service, though, and a mini market is the same. A mini market's actually considerably less efficient looking at it. It's going to be 1,000 work up front to build it. It consumes 50 and then 200 food. Whereas a local market is going to be 500 up front, consumes 60 work, but doesn't consume food because the product comes directly from the fields. So what I think I might do is I'd like to build it right there, but it needs to be against a road. So I wonder if I can get away with this. I feel like I can. Let me zoom right in here. I want to bulldoze this guy. And I want to place a little bit of road right there. And I want to go ahead and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, bulldoze this guy and build a road. And I'm essentially going to go and place a local market right there, a local market right there. And that's going to provide food services to everyone in that area. So if I right click on this guy and look at wealthy village house, we now just need leisure in all of this space, which we can absolutely do. There are 5 ways to get leisure: sports, green areas, and nightlife, as well as culture and faith, which we'll get later. We're going to want to build a park, a bar, or a football pitch near the neighborhood where I want to that I want to transform into wealthy village houses. So the easiest way to do this would obviously, we could do a village bar. It's going to be consuming some work and some food, but it is leisure and it is nightlife. We could look at bookshops. No, we can't. It needs 8. Oh my God, it needs 8,000 population. Never mind. We could do a football pitch, which is leisure and sports, and it can also be a bit of a distance away from the roads. But what I think I might do, well, actually the football pitch wouldn't be bad. What's the distance on a park? I actually don't know what the range is on something like this at all. The nice park is 300 up front, consumes 55 work. This one is 130. Although this one has 2 leisure and 2 green areas. Let's pause and place this guy. Oh, that's the range on it. Okay, wait, is that mini market? What if I just built a mini market. Whoops. Not what I wanted at all. I wanted the nice park. So a nice park right there and a nice park right there. And in theory, having done that, we should see some of these guys upgrade, and we do, into wealthy village houses. Beautiful. That is exactly what we wanted. So we have the food supply for all of these guys. We have the nice parks. That's perfect. I think what I'm going to do as well, though, is I'm going to come down to this end of things. I'm going to place a road right there, and I'm going to place a road right there. Because if I'm not mistaken, the mini market is going to need to come down here, because this guy's range extends to here. So this entire block is getting no coverage for food. Now, keep in mind, the mini market, it consumes a lot. It's 1,000 work up front. It's 50 work and then 200 food. So it's a lot to do this, but it gives us full coverage down here, and that's kind of important. And then we can also go in, we can go to nice park. We can say, give me, ooh. Oh, we don't have enough work, of course. Okay. Well, at the very least, once I get some parks down here, we should start to see some upgrades at this end of town as well, which is good. That's what we want. So let's go ahead and place you and place you. And if we zoom out a little bit, we should see some upgrades, and we do see some upgrades to all of those guys, which is perfect. So the population, 1,308. Happiness is 9.3 right now. And we've also just unlocked a new car model, which is pretty cool. So we have that going for us as well. So the big step now is to get skilled work. For that, we need a suburb house, which requires schools, which needs iron. So we need to make an iron mine near an iron deposit, which is right here. And we'll find 2 iron deposits on this map. So there's one there and there's one right there as well. That's fine. Now, this might be tricky because have I got the weird camera? I don't know what camera angle I need. I think it's this one I like. This might be tricky because we might start polluting some of these guys, which is not necessarily something we want to be doing, but we'll see how it goes. Let's have a little look here. So the iron mine requires a population of 1,700. So we might need to start building up here. Or, well, we could build in here, but again, we might pollute the area a little bit. Not too sure. I think as long as we don't build, so here, if we do that, basically we can't build in that space, or at least we can't build houses in that space because the villas will not be happy about it. So I guess what we do is keep things relatively simple. We'll go in here. That's, why is my camera angle changing? We'll go in and we'll just do this. And I'm going to do, I can't do that, but we'll do that. And that should give us a really nice boost to the population. We should have enough food to deal with it. And I'm curious to see what the population actually ends up being. So 1,452. What did it need to be? 1,700. Okay. So what we'll go ahead and do is a house right here, a bunch of houses right there, and one right there. And then I want to see if I can do a little something like that. Now it gives us this weird kind of roundabout thing. I guess what we do is just take that out. And this is kind of okay. So that works out. It's a pretty large block of houses, but I'm not really super concerned about that. We will probably need some kind of market in there to get them to upgrade at some point. But that's all right. I'm not super concerned about that at the moment, although I do, like I said, want the population to be over 1,700, so I think we need another row of houses. Although I am also curious to see just how many of these markets we would need. So one there, we probably need like 3 of them. We probably legitimately would need 3 of these markets, which is kind of ridiculous, so we'll look into that at some point. For now, we're just going to keep it simple, and we're just going to go and say that this right here is another giant row of houses. We are going to see some upgrades, which is good. We're starting to get some density in there. So that's going to help that area out. We also did pass 1,700 people, so we should now have the iron mine, which we do, which is going to go right about there. Unfortunately, I think, I wonder if the radius that we're seeing around this is also like the pollution radius, because if it is, that's kind of perfect. It is on that road, which I don't love, but it's not crossing this road over here, so that's all right. I think what we'll do then is let's do this, this, and this. Let's go ahead and put an iron mine right about there. And now we have iron as a resource. Currently +5, but that's all right. Now, To increase your iron production, you can build houses near the iron mine that will be transformed into iron miners' houses. Although the living conditions are pitiful, the houses need to be next to the road. So that's... I wonder if that means everything in that radius would be an iron miner's house instead. Because that sounds kind of cool, actually. I don't dislike the sound of that at all. I've got to be quite honest with you. So I'm wondering, can I get away... So what is that? That's pretty good. Can I get away with like this, build there, take out those middle ones. I want to know if those are all going to be iron miners. Oh my God, they are, and they look amazing. Oh my God, they look incredible. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, I love that. So it does like what it does down here, it does it with the iron mine as well. That is so cool. That is so cool. I love that so much. I also kind of wonder if I could bulldoze through. Oh, I don't know if I want to do this. You know what? Can I bulldoze that one? No. Okay, so I can't bulldoze through there. That's probably for the best. I kind of want to build more iron miners' houses. I've got to be honest. I really want to do it. So if I was to go here and here and here, and then what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. So, oh, that's going to cut into the trees though a little bit. I don't love the idea of that. Although, what if we didn't quite go? Ooh, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Because it's going to look really cool. And it's going to help my iron production, and that's kind of important. That's kind of a big deal. So we'll do this. We'll do this. And I guess what we're doing is iron miners' houses there. We'll kind of go around the... Let's go and do that. Take out the middle ones. We'll go to houses here. We'll do some houses here. Oh, I can't do that right now. That's fine. Take out those ones. Oh, we don't have we don't have food for this. Okay. Well, that's fixable. That is completely fixable. I can go ahead and do this. And those should build relatively quickly because we do have a really good surplus of work. So we'll do this as well. And let's see. We want to go 2 back. So if I do this across here, we should end up with a pretty comfortable surplus of food. And it looks like we did. All right. So that's good. Crisis averted. Let's go ahead and throw some more iron miners' houses in there. And let's do them in here. And let's do them here as well. And you know what? Right there too. So that looks really, really cool. I love that. I genuinely love that. Now, I think these guys, yeah, they're all consuming quite a bit of food. So let's see. What can you do for me? We can go ahead and extend you this way a little bit. I don't know that that's going to be enough. So I guess what we might want to do is go ahead and expand this road a little bit. So we'll do that. We'll go 1, 2, 3. We'll go ahead and put a whole bunch of fields in here. So we want to do something like that. Get rid of you. And I can't do it on the snow, but that's okay. What I will do is a farmhouse right here. And I'm also going to do the tenant farmers here and here. And that should, and it looks like it did, solve pretty much all of my food problems. So we have this really dense area for iron mining. Gives us plus 74 on iron as well. You gotta admit, that's pretty cool. This looks really, really cool. I love this. I genuinely love this. So now we need to look at the possible evolutions of houses. We need to click on the evolution for suburb house, which is this one right here. Now to do this, we need a population of 1,800. We have 2,500. And we need some education in the radius. So essentially, we just need to build a school, and we should see some of this upgrade. Unfortunately, to build a school, we have everything we need. So we can build a school right here, and we should see some upgrades, but I think I'm going to build it right there, because that's going to have a much better impact on a lot of this space. So let's build a school right there. And we should, and we are, seeing some of these houses go ahead and turn into suburb houses, which is pretty great. That is actually, oh my God, look at that. Oh, look at it. It's all changing into suburb. That's so cool. Although you can build your city however you want, you can also win the level by fulfilling all the achievements of your chosen path, so you can unlock the next level. So If we get some wealthy suburb houses, we get a new car. That's pretty cool. We've also unlocked the coal mine. Now, note that one of the possible improvements to the wooden hut called poor suburbs. No, one of the. I read that wrong. For this, you need to build a square condominium and place houses nearby. It's very easy. And by the same token, these houses are not of the best quality and living conditions, but they consume few resources. So now we need to get poor suburbs. Note that only wooden huts will become poor suburbs, not other more advanced houses. So are these wooden huts? They are. So if I go to parks and I get a square condominium, I place it there, and I place one there, and I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 there, and I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 there, we should see quite a few of those guys turn into poor suburbs. Okay. I don't know if that's a good thing. I want to say it's not, but I mean, yeah, it looks better than wooden huts at the very least, so I'll take that. Now, to advance on the green areas path, you must increase the green areas and you will unlock different types of parks, such as the paved area, the graveled area, or the floral park. For the floral park, you need lots of green areas, so for now, build a graveled area. Okay, we can totally do that, I think. We have a graveled area here. So, I guess I want to go and say that this is going to be a graveled area, and that might do something in there. I don't really know what, but we have some gravel, so that's all right. In fact, how much does this consume? Can I do like a little graveled area in there and here? I feel like that just looks right, having like gravel between those buildings. It looks the part. It looks how I feel this should look. So that's fine. That's been sorted. I love this area. I love how it looks at night as well with the little lights and stuff. It's really, really cool. Anyway, it's time to replace wood fire for electricity. In order to build a coal plant, you first need to build a coal mine. On this map, all the subsoil has coal, so you can build it wherever you want. Now, a coal mine is something I can already build, which is great. Its consumption is 120 work, which we have, and I guess I can build this anywhere, so I don't really know, to be honest. I also have to imagine that this thing probably also has workers that can be near it. So I'm almost, oh my God, this thing has a bit of a radius on it. Good Lord. I have to imagine that's the pollution radius. So I feel like there's a really bad place for it. This thing should be like here, right? This thing should probably be in its own little space. So let's go ahead and let's get some roads. So this. We'll do something like this. And in terms of connecting that to everything, bring this guy over. I suppose. I don't know what way I'm going to connect this necessarily, but we'll do this. And oh, this thing is going to be ridiculous. It really is, but whatever. Let's see. Coal mine right in there. And oh boy. Let's see. Yeah, coal miners' houses unlocked. Oh boy. That's going to be kind of fun. So 5. So we want to go 5, 5, and across. And then from here, we want to go 5, 5, and across. And 5 across and back in. And I think what I'll do is we'll connect right there. Take that bit out. And essentially, I mean, I can sort of go and just turn this all into sort of a big square. And we'll just put a bunch of coal miners' houses in all of that and see what happens. Because I think the way it's going to work is essentially the same as iron, right? If I build these coal miner houses, they will increase the amount of coal output. So, in the same way that you build iron miners' houses, you can get coal miners' houses. Build the houses close to the coal mine in order to get the houses. So, food might be a problem here, but we'll see what happens. We'll go ahead and build here. And we'll build here. And we'll see what these look like. Oh, I love them. I love how that looks so much. I really do. We'll build them in here as well. And we've just unlocked the coal plant, which is kind of exciting. Let's do the same. Ooh, I don't have enough resources to build this right now. Why is that? I don't have enough, it's not wood. What do I not have enough of? I'm assuming probably work, maybe? Yeah, it was definitely not enough work. That's fine. But this just looks so cool. It really does. We also just unlocked Shantytown, Rebel House, Blocks, Warehouse. In fact, no, Rebel House sounds fun. That sounds dangerous. You know, I am realizing that I don't actually need to build all of these coal houses down here. I just kind of want to. Although to do that, I need more work, which we're fortunately at 2,200. We also need more food though, and food production is not quite where I wanted it. So I went ahead and built all of these houses here to bring that population up a little bit. But what I also want to go ahead and do is I want to start filling out some of this space with some farms. So all of this, and I want to go ahead and build another grain silo. I'd like to build it right about there, but I don't have enough farmhouses in range, which kind of makes sense. Although I think that's fixable because I can go ahead and do 1, 2, 3, and then I can go to here. I can grab a farmhouse, drop it right about there. And I should be able to do a grain silo right about there. So that brings the total amount of food that we can have up, and it brings the food production up as well. I could look at a landlord's house to bring food up even further, but that is going to hurt the amount of work that I can have in total. But I think bringing that food up further again is probably a good idea. So we'll kind of get all that set up, and it is all set up, and that's fine. But I think, again, before we start filling any of this up, because it doesn't add workers at the very least, although it also doesn't consume them, I guess. So can I just do this and this and this? Well, I can't do that one, but I could take those out and then in theory do, you know, this right here. So I'm completely out of workers right now, but I'm curious to see what this does in terms of food consumption, because if it doesn't run it into the negative, then we have a really, really good supply of coal, and we absolutely do. So this is perfect. This is what I'm looking for. And then now we can go and build a coal plant, which is going to need 1,500 work up front. But again, looking at this, we can totally afford that. We can build it like here, right at the edge of our coal area, which is pretty cool. So we'll build it here. We'll go ahead. We'll build some roads kind of around it just to seal it in a little bit. And that is our new power generation space. We have a lot of energy being produced, which is kind of amazing. So back to the tutorial as per usual. Now that we understand the mechanics of the game, which, well, that's generous, but thank you. I'll let you find out for yourself how to reach a modern silo. It's a grain silo upgrade. They produce a lot of food, but they need a warehouse nearby. I like that it says, I'll let you find out for yourself how to reach a modern silo. And then it says, it's a grain silo upgrade, and you need to do this. I kind of like that. It's like, hey, figure this out. By the way, here's how you do it. So we need more grain silos before we can actually do this, which is kind of interesting. So how the hell am I going to do that? So where am I looking? I'm looking in here for a grain silo. Can I build one here? I can build one here, actually, which is not a bad idea. Build a silo right about there helps out my food situation. We've just unlocked the modern one. And so to get the modern silo, what do I need? I need 6 or more logistics in a radius of 4. Now, 6 or more logistics comes from warehouses, I believe. Yes, it contributes 1 logistics and 1 pollution. And then I don't think a factory is what I'm looking for. So I just need warehouses. So if I just go and say that I want, say, 2 warehouses there and there, is that going to turn into a modern silo? Is that how this works? Modern grain silo. 6 or more logistics. Okay. So quite possibly I need to go and do 1 and 2 like that. And there we go. Modern silo. Beautiful. Well, that's easy. That's easy to do. I can do that. I could probably do the same up here as well now that I think about it, which actually I kind of do want to do. So that's our silo there. So all I need to do is this, and this, and it's a modern silo again. Okay. So that now produces 400 food, stores 400, consumes some iron, but that's fine. Not bad. That's not bad at all. So, before we continue to unlock new houses, we need to industrialize our timber industry. Sawmills not only produce more timber than lumber camps, they are also more efficient. They cut fewer trees for the same amount of timber and have a larger area of coverage. So, sawmills. I need my population to be exactly where it is, but I also need 2 more lumber camps. So I guess we can keep that relatively simple. We have a forest up here that we can have some fun with. So I'm just going to push a road straight through there. And I guess what we'll do is link these 2 together because we can. And then in theory, I can just go in here with a lumber camp and I can go there if I really want to. And, I mean, I can technically go here as well, which honestly I'm just going to do because it makes life a little bit easier. So now I should have unlocked the sawmill, which I totally have. This thing needs 4 or more logistics, 8 or more residents, and no sawmill nearby. Okay. I mean, fair enough, I suppose. I guess we'll use this little area down here. And what I think I want to do actually is connect those 2 together. I'm going to go into this forest a little bit, and I want to see how this works. So, oh, it's a bit chunky. It does have a much larger radius too, which is kind of cool. So, 4 or more logistics nearby, and it needs residents nearby as well. Okay, let's bring this road 1, 2, 3. So 4 or more logistics. So I need logistics here. And how many residents does it need? 8 or more. Okay, so if I do housing like this, and I let that all build, the sawmill, 8 or more residents, with 8 or more squares with at least 6 residents. Ah. Okay. So they don't technically have to be there, do they? They could be a bit further away. They could be up here, for example. I don't know which radius I actually need them. So within in a 4 radius. So I think that's the blue one, essentially. Okay, well that should be fine. Let's just have some fun, I guess, and let's just do this. Let's just do it the lazy way. Since it's the first sawmill that I'm building, we'll kind of just see how this goes. So we build it there, and we now don't have enough iron coming in, which is kind of a problem. This guy is producing 50 wood, which is great, and is storing 500, which is also great. And these guys are shanty towns, which is kind of terrible, but that's going to be what that is. Okay, so this iron situation is kind of a problem. We actually need to... We probably need to upgrade this thing. We really do. We need more warehouses, we need a steel works, and we need that population to increase. So when you get 4,000 population, you will see that there's another type of vehicle moving on the street. Buses. Interesting. So I think that might be code for get to 4,000 population, dummy. So let's see if we can't maybe do that. I was actually thinking of building a new residential space up here, but now that we're losing iron, I'm actually slightly concerned about that. So I almost wonder if we should build another iron mine up here. Because we could. There's no reason we can't do that. So, you know, for example, you know, if I do this, we'll pause for a second while I do this because the game's going to start shouting at me for not having this connected. But I can do this, right? We'll do that. And we can do, so what does this go up to? It goes up to about there. So we can go and say this, we can say this, and well, I guess we could, oh man, this is going to be a little sketchy, but we'll do this. Actually, we don't want to do that. We want to do this instead. So get rid of you. Let's see, where do we want to connect this? We want to connect it here. And we want to go all the way down to here. all the way down to there. And essentially, I just need to put as many houses in all of this space as I possibly can. So I need you to go there, you to go there, you go here, you can go there. We'll just do something like this. It's going to be a bit messy, but that's probably fine. So in terms of housing, I think we have enough food for this, so we should manage. I'm just going to fill up all of these spaces, essentially. I'm going to have to delete some because I don't want you, and I don't want you, and I don't want you. But this, in theory, I don't have enough. Oh, I don't have enough work to do this. Okay. Let's see. Can I build a bridge? I absolutely can. I want the red one. I think the red one looks kind of cool. A road here, and we'll bring this road out, bring this guy over, and that now gives us a connection to this whole space. So we should have iron production. That's not iron. What is that? Skilled work. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. It's not skill. It wasn't iron at all. It's okay. Well, regardless, we have got buses, and I've also managed to get, this going. So that's better than nothing, I suppose. This is kind of weird. We'll get rid of you. And the rest of it's whatever. Let me get the rest of these houses in here, because I do absolutely want to do that. I want to fill up all of this space as well if I can, which I can't do because I guess I don't have the work for it. Interesting. So I guess before we fill up that space, we need more houses. And what I actually kind of want to do is I want to get a dock going. But I can't even do that until we go ahead and get this house situation sorted. So quite simply, let's bring this road through here, bring this road over here, and let's just build 1, 2, 3, a nice big old neighborhood in here. In fact, 1, 2, 3, let's do this, delete this bit, and I'm actually going to go in and demolish all of those trees. They can all go away because I'm going to try and just get as many houses as I can. So we're going to be looking at, I guess, 7 right there, which will give us a bit more work, which is good. And we're going to need to bring food up as well. Food production is definitely a little bit lower than I would like. Interesting. I mean, I kind of expected it. I might have got a bit carried away here. I think to be completely honest, what might be a more sensible option than what I've done is bulldoze all of this, bulldoze this, and bulldoze this. And then let's go in and very, very simply do this, 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 and this. And that'll give us some of those houses, which is fine. And then we just go in over time and we just, build a few more of them. And that's okay. We'll just get a few of these houses to bring the iron up a little bit. Everything else, I mean, it's just going to take time. The skilled workers, whatever it might be, it's just going to take a bit of time. At the very least, we're not running a deficit on anything. Although, like I said, food's getting a little bit low and skilled work is a little bit lower than I'd like. But, we don't have a deficit, so that's fine. Now, the next big step is producing steel and building downtown houses. Now, to go down that path, which will let me build things like tennis courts as well, we need to build a football pitch. I don't know how that's relevant whatsoever, but that's what the game's telling me. So let's build a football pitch. And I guess we'll build it, I don't know, right about there. Seems like a good spot. Your football pitches can be upgraded, made of grass and not dirt. For this, you need 2 things. Unlocking them with 3 sports and with green areas nearby, such as a park. So we get 3 sport by building at least 3 football pitches. Well, there's 2. And in terms of another one, I guess we'll just build another one there. So that gives us 3 sport, which means I need to upgrade this with some green areas nearby. I mean, that's very simple. We just go ahead and do this and this. And that one should now upgrade, and it did, to having some grass and some, benches on it. That's kind of cool. I like that a lot. Now the tennis court will be visible but locked. You need more sport to unlock it. Note that grass football pitches give more sport than dirt football pitches. Okay. So the tennis court needs more sport. All right. Well, I think the simple way to deal with that is to go ahead and build a park right there. And that now upgrades, although I now need more people again. So this is going to be an interesting little cycle. We'll build that right there. We'll go ahead and build this right here. I'm worried about food consumption, but we'll live. I'm sure we'll be all right. We'll build this, we'll build you, and we'll build you. So that should give us another football pitch, which is great. And then the tennis court it should have been unlocked. It has been unlocked. Now it wants me to build a tennis court. Okay, we can do that. And I'll be honest, what I like about the tennis court is that it's actually really small. So I can go ahead and I can put like a little tennis court right in here. And it's just going to help that neighborhood that little bit. I don't know if it's going to do much, but it's kind of cool. Now, in the sports construction menu, hover over the multi-sport court to see how to unlock it. You can get it by building more sport buildings, but to build it, you need steel, which you will get later. So let's continue with the tutorial. The next big step is downtown houses. These need more education, which can be provided by a high school, which needs steel, which is produced by a steelworks. Build a steelworks, and note that a steelworks needs to be close to warehouses and houses. You want to know what I think? I think the steelworks can probably wait until the next episode, because that is going to do us for today. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I do sincerely hope you're enjoying Urbek. Like I mentioned right at the start of this episode, I haven't put the first one out yet. I haven't even edited it, so I've no idea. But I hope you're liking it. It's chill, I'm having fun with it, and we're starting to get to the point of the game where I'm less familiar with it. Downtown houses are about where I stopped playing on my first run through, because I was like, I need to make videos on this. I need to record this. It'll be so much fun. So we're getting into the unknown. We're getting into the uncharted territory now, and I'm looking forward to it because I want to see what else we have to do. And based on some screenshots I've seen of this game, at some point, I'm going to want to go in here and tear this all apart and rebuild this into like a proper neighborhood. I mean, there's a whole map that I can go and build stuff on as well. I want to move my farms away from here and like go and build a massive farming area here. I think that'd be a great idea. But that's all future stuff. Because like I said, that's going to be us for today. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. It's been an absolute pleasure as always. And as always, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.